Hello.
Where are we going today?
Texas.
Oh, why do you seem sad? Honestly, sometimes traveling with kids can be very difficult, even if you have good travelers on the best day. We are John and Michelle, and we believe memories are more valuable than material possessions.
That's why we waved goodbye to 2,400 square feet of house and said hello to our 35-foot fifth wheel. Welcome back to our journey. In this episode, we're going to head to Texas, and during the course of this video, Michelle is going to take some time and talk about some of the things that she has made a part of travel with kids. You know, when we got into this lifestyle, we jumped headfirst all in. We had no prior experience, and we had not done very many long road trips with our children. We hadn't done day-long drives with our kids. And our kids are still relatively young, 6 and 3. So Michelle has been very intentional about what she packs in the vehicle to keep them occupied, but to keep them occupied in such a way that it's not just kind of mindless, busy work. We want to keep them educated and entertained. And it's also a situation where we try and think of ways that we can encourage them to look out the windows of the truck and see history and see geography and see science. And then when we stop, when we have built-in stops on our travels to pull over to a state park or a rest stop or something and have a little bit of downtime on those travel days, we want the kids to get hands-on and hands-in to history and geography and science and the things that they see looking outside the window as we drive. So we're looking forward to bringing you along on this big step in our journey as we launch officially full-time on the road, and as Michelle gives you some of the tips, the tricks, and the tools that we pack in our truck to help keep us sane and our kids passionate about learning on long travel days.
First stop, Arkansas. I think everybody can agree traveling with kids is tough. Whether you have good travelers or bad travelers, I don't think it really matters. When you have good travelers, which I think we probably have pretty good travelers, but we also know what our limits are. It's really all about keeping them occupied and entertained without screens for us. We don't like to use screens if we can help it. So those are kind of our last resort. The last 30-45 minutes of the trip, they might get a screen because they're on meltdown mode. So we try to pack a bunch of stuff that will keep them busy and give them a variety of things to do. And we also schedule our stops about every 2.5 hours on our trips. Our trips can last anywhere from 4.5 to 7.5 hours depending on traffic. We prefer to keep it about 5 to 6. Usually after 6, it gets pretty tough to keep them occupied and happy. Get your nest situated.
No, it's not a nest. It's where I lay my head this is where I lay my head when I'm in the truck.
What was your favorite part about yesterday?
We didn't do anything yet.
Right. So what's your favorite part about yesterday's meet day?
got to see different things and discover new things outdoors.
Like what? What did we see yesterday we hadn't seen before?
An old telephone.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a claw machine full of toys.
It was a telephone. A public payphone. For Annabelle and Maddie, really, we have a bag that we put their little characters in so they can do some imaginative play with their little characters. They both have a Rubik's Cube, which keeps them occupied for a little bit. I give them both a set of headphones. We put a CD player and an MP3 player in here.
Listening to headphones.
What are you listening to?
Adventures in Odyssey.
Oh, fun. Another thing we like to use is just different kind of variety of books. I'm going to take some of this stuff out so you can see a variety of books that we like to use. I sell Usborne books, so we have a pretty significant variety of books, so there's a lot in here. We have these sticker books, which are amazing. These girls will do a sticker book for an hour or more. So they take the stickers in the back and they dress up their dolls or their ballerinas or their mermaids or whatever. So they both have one of those. We've got Annabelle, the small wipe clean books. So they both get a wipe off marker to use so she can practice her letters and do her tracing and practice pen control. And we have Maddie has her wipe and clean books too. So she practices her math in here. And then Annabelle's got a pen control book. I'll leave a link to all these books that we have in the description below. And then some of the things that we've purchased outside of books too, like these, the magnetic tins. They are, again, sort of like the sticker books, except they're magnetic, and you have all the different outfits, and then you have the little people that you can dress up on the tin. So this is helpful. It's supposed to magnetically stick to these, which they do somewhat, but they do get kind of messy, and I find them in the seat sometimes. I try not to use things that can really be dropped a lot and found in the seats, because that just causes a lot of mess.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hello.
We're at the restaurant by our campground.
Yes, we're at the Tin Cup.
And we can walk.
Supporting small business on Small Business Saturday. And we're getting ready to hear some live music, which is really cool. A nice surprise we didn't realize was coming. What?
I'm just in a good mood. I'm ready to eat some smoked meat.
So we have some reading books. We have
Yeah, Bible songs we can listen to.
we have sticker books.
Yeah, we got 3 sticker books. We got 3 sticker books.
Uh-huh.
You
got
can peel the stickers off
Nibbles.
of that one. Yeah, Nibbles is a funny story. He likes to nibble. Oh, his favorite thing to nibble on is books. So, Annabelle likes that book.
Okay. And we got our snacks.
Bye!
We're all snacked up. We have a ton of snacks. So I'll keep a lot up front with me and hand them back, because if I leave them back here, they'll eat them all up right away. So I keep some up front with me and don't tell them what I have. And then I do protein bars. These Kind bars are good to use. Try to find things that aren't too messy, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
So we are at a rest stop in Texas, having lunch.
We're getting ready to go.
Yeah, getting ready to go. It's a really gloomy, kind of gray, misty rain day, and I flash fried some sausage links in the cast iron so we could have a quick lunch that wasn't like peanut butter and jelly. It's really it's nice. You haul your house with you. You got your kitchen, so we don't need to use electricity except to ignite the propane on the stove. So turn the bottle on and let her rip, Tater Chip. And the kids enjoyed some Lunchables, and now we're getting ready to get back on the road. But wanted to say hey, kind of give you a snapshot of how our day's going, and we're well on our way. We're very close to our final destination, at least for the month of December, and we're excited. So stay tuned.
Guys, look at this puppy.
So this is us on our way to Texas, and day 3 in a row of maxed out travel days. And we thought that today was going to be the short day. It hasn't worked out that way because we've ran into a lot of slowed down traffic. Now, mind you, what I realized a little bit earlier was this is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So this is all of the going home from the holidays traffic. Yeah, and we've still got probably about an hour left. So, yeah, deep breath out.
They both get a sketch pad. I use a lot of Melissa and Doug stuff, so they both get a sketch pad. And to do their drawing, keep pencil box with pencils. We don't do a lot of markers besides our wipe clean markers, just because I don't want markers all over the place getting ink on the truck. We don't typically use crayons either because of we don't want them to melt and find them later in the truck somewhere. So we try to keep those kinds of things from our traveling basket. Some other books that are really cool for them are Lift-A-Flat books. So Lift-A-Flat books, this one is called What is Poop? And they think this is hilarious, but they kind of open all these pictures. They get a chance to open all these pictures and see all the different ways that poop is used, or what kind of poop is from different animals, that sort of thing. So that's cute. And then here's another look inside Lift-A-Flat. This is what happens when you eat. And this is really cool. We actually did this for school the other day. And it's really some really cool science. Talks about how food goes in your mouth and what your tongue does, and then where it goes, and what your stomach does to the food and all that. So that's pretty cool too. So this is our Shine a Light books. So I put a flashlight in here for them too. And this is really neat. So if you shine a light, that's how my flashlight works. Yeah. In the page, you can see the little baby in her belly. So the girls like to go through those and see the different pictures. See the skeleton through here if you shine a light through there. So that's really neat. So it just gives them some different things to look at, different ways to look at things. Here is one of our favorite books, Amelia Who Could Fly. Now sometimes we'll take a break. I'll take a break of doing whatever I'm doing in the front seat, and I'll read them stories. So I like to read them different stories. So this one's about Amelia Earhart, which is really neat, as a little girl. And here's our 50 States book, and it's about a family who travels through the United States, which is super cool, because especially when we get to the state that we're in and see what the Brum family is, what they're called, the Brum family. See what the Brum family did in that state that we're in. Oh, this is cool too. These bingo cards. We got these at Cracker Barrel, I believe. And these are fun. So each of them has a bingo card, and then they look for the things that we see as we're driving along. And we help them with that. So that's a fun family activity. We play license plate bingo a lot. So we'll take a map. Maddie has a map of the United States and all the states. And we'll cross off all the ones that we've seen driving by. So usually me or John are saying, oh, we see New Hampshire. Oh, there's Connecticut. And so that's kind of fun to see how many different states that we can see in a day. Lastly, we found these at IKEA, which I really like. So we will hang these on the back of a seat with a little, a friend of ours gave us this little hanger. Oh, here it is. That goes on the back of your seat. So I'll hang this on the headrest, and then her little lap desk will fit on here. So each of them have one of these. And inside, not only serves as a desk, but it also has some pencil crowns, some stampers, which we've recently decided that Annabelle's not getting anymore because she stamps everything. And then I usually put some coloring books and drawing paper over here. And it's just all in one nice little compact case. So that's works out really well for us. Travel days for us are actually kind of fun. They can be stressful, especially if we're in a lot of traffic and our trip is taking longer than we anticipated. But we really enjoy seeing the different landscapes and scenery and just the different things that you see in the fields, whether we see cornfields or orange fields, or, you know, it's really fun to see things that you don't typically get to see. If you have something that works for your kiddos traveling, please share in the comments below. We'd love to add some variety, because I know not everything works for everybody, and it's really nice to kind of it's really nice to change it up a bit. So if you've got some unique ways that you get your kids through a travel day, please comment below. And if you've got any questions about traveling, let us know that too. We'll be glad to answer any questions that you have.
Are we 78 or 87? Daddy, we got a flashlight.
So it's dark, and Annabelle needs to sit all the way back in her seat, and I am backing the truck up. You can't see me, but we were so excited to get here and get backed in the dark that we didn't even pay attention to where the power pedestal was. So I had just finished hooking everything up, and now we have to start completely over from scratch.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I'm gonna jump out and tell Michelle where this light's at. A little tense at times, especially there toward the end when we rolled into Lazy L&L campground after dark. But all in all, 3 really blessed days of travel, and the kids did amazing. Check out our new website, calledtobefreerv.com. You can watch the videos right there on the website. You can browse blog articles that I've written and posted on there, and you're going to see exclusive content that you can't find even on our social media accounts. It's really a hub for everything that we're creating, and we'd love for you to check it out. and give us your feedback there as well. Well, in the next several videos, we're going to explore Lazy L&L Campground where we're staying. We're going to explore the new Braunfels, Texas area, and I'm really thrilled to take you along with us to the Alamo. Until next time, we'll see you on our journey.